I have seen people that are, I call them angelic souls. Everyone is an angelic soul. Let me just make that clear to begin with. We are all angelic in origin. Every single person watching now, you are actually an angel. So, but then you have started going through layers, gathering experiences, and it's like a percentage. So some people have spent a lot of time in the galaxy traveling. They are very galactic. Some people immediately were like, I want to be a part of Earth, of this process, of this creation process. They are very much connected to the Earth energy. When you have spent a lot of time again doesn't exist. Look at it as percentages in what you are made up of, your soul, what your soul blueprint is. If you have been angelic for most of your existence, grounding can be very difficult because your soul remembers. You remember what it was like to be in those higher frequencies where contrast was not really there. It was not introduced because, again, when you have source, it's here, and the lower you go, lower in frequency. It's all just different experiences. Then you have more contrast. So the fall, if you want to call it that, it's I wrote about this once after my near-death experience, how you can feel literally like a fallen angel. You can feel like a fallen angel, like you are lost and like, what am I doing here? I know I'm supposed to be doing stuff, and it is very difficult to ground. But water is one of the easiest ways, especially if you feel like you have strong connections to this angelic realm. The Seraphim, for example, are very connected to the mermaids. Mermaids are water seraphim, I call them. And you can easily connect to water. You can easily work with water and really ask for the water to help ground you. You can also drink the water. You don't have to work with the water in the shower. I'm looking over there because my shower is there. But you can do this by drinking. You can do this when you are outside on a walk and you are walking by a lake or a pond or whatever, or a fountain. If you live in the city, there's a city park, a fountain. You can work with this water. All water connects you immediately to planet or Earth. You have this good foundation, and do simple stuff. Do real simple stuff, like just going and sitting in the sun with no other purpose than to sit, than to be in the sun. Just standing with your feet in the water with no other purpose than to just be. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to feel anything. You don't have to say, have any goal. Just being, just completely being is all that sometimes we have to do. There are a lot of people here that are a part of the Earth. Also energetically, there are incarnated elementals. And a friend of mine, Chris, if you would like more information on that later, let me know. She actually started doing elemental soul aspect readings. So this is to really see what incarnations you may have had where you were an active part of the Earth. Your energy was maybe a gnome energy, a fairy energy, a tree spirit. I've seen this in the Akashic records that people were stones in incarnations. They were a piece of sand. They were the wind. They helped create the planet, basically. And then you may have come back in a human body. You may have come back as a human being. And I see this quite often in the Akashic records, incarnated fairies, incarnated leprechauns, gnomes, dragons, the earth dragons that come back, stuff like that. Incarnated unicorns I've even seen. And because we can do way more as a human being sometimes, and these beings want to contribute as a human. So this is really happening. And that is, I guess, how you can say that a person has the same frequency as the Earth. These people are going to naturally be way more connected to the Earth. It's going to be easier for them to find that harmony immediately, compared to souls that have had way more extraterrestrial lifetimes. There's souls that have had a lot of incarnations in Arcturus, places like the Pleiades, places like Sirius, or even highly evolved Earth incarnations such as Lemurian incarnations, Atlantean incarnations. And these people are going to find it harder to kind of harmonize with the planet. And that's why there's people from all over the galaxy here, because this is the time to be here. Everyone wants to be here now. I mentioned that in my last live that I did last month. So it is extra important to find harmony with the planet